Welcome back, my beautiful butterflies. We are here on the 1 vs 1 rank quick ladder, and we found ourselves another game between Ungurs and Kevin. Always been playing some really fun games today. We've enjoyed watching them, and we're going to continue that on the map Caroline Lakes. Ungurs is playing as the Japanese. Kevin has spawned in as the Haudenosaunee, and this should be another cream cracker, as they say. Ungurs is been trying differences, different builds, bit of mean builds. Wonder what Japan is cooking for that. Probably going to be classic Torii Gates opening, but from there could be anybody's guess. Kevin, on the other hand, this is his main squeeze. You do not know passion until you've seen Kevin and how he talks about balance changes for Haude. He knows there's going to be no more balance patches anymore, but he still believes that one day the Des will give the love hammer to the Haudenosaunee and he will finally have a strong civ again. I think it's a bit hurt that the Dark Wagon got nerfed quite considerably in the H1. And the civ has never quite been the same since those peak days, about 2 years ago maybe. Opens up here with the market. Hunting Dogs does come in behind. Reveals. See how Kevin wants to play. I don't think Kevin is a full-on H2 rush enjoyer with the Haudes. He does like to play this as a pseudo French style civilization semi-FF with the musket riders, forest prowlers, double canyon shipments, all good stuff. Treasure contention. Ungurs takes it. Ungurs is gonna pop right there straight away. Teleports home. People complain that Monster Teleport's broken. Japan's had it in the game since 2007. Or 8 or 6, whichever year it came out. Asian Dynasties. Portuguese consulate here for Ungurs. Looking for maybe a boomier approach. Still, I mean, Toshogu Shrine makes sense, but it still could actually be Camu. Sneer Ford Hunts. I don't actually know. We'll have to check. Toshogu Shrine. Yes. I think either the moose or the caribou will eventually walk their way into the shrine, so it's not too bad. Ungurs trying to old strategy here with the Portuguese. And probably in the face of Kevin's Haude, I think this is actually fine. Kevin's not likely to be going double Warhut mid-map, double AN, a double must, like the classic. There's a guy on the ladder called Parabaya. Basically, every game is an Eero all-in rush, and even when you prepare for it, even when you know it's coming, sometimes you just drop the ball and you just lose everything, and you just feel so bad. That is what Kevin needs to do right now versus Ungurs, but I don't think this kind of aggressive Haude play is really and truly in his vocab. You see, he's got the market, he's double tribal marketplace back at home, a nice long house. He's just kind of tucked himself up nicely. Maybe the Warhut will cross the map early on. He's aging slow. He's not looking for the fast. Oh, no, actually, is it fast age? Elder. Yeah, no, it's not fast age. So this is going to be the 2 Travars. Farm Travars? Is it farm plus normal builder Travars? Or is it just 2 builder Travars? Because I think it's 2 builder Travars. He's gone for a farm here for the food tax. Great Feast and the other one. Great Feast and whatever. Sustainable Agriculture, I think it's called. Yeah. Somewhat defensive Warhut mid-map. Maybe a couple Tomahawks trying to keep the shrine count down. He's fully expecting at the moment just to see kind of a Torii Gate standard. He's scouted 2 shrines, which is usually indicative of double shrine opening, no consulate. He doesn't actually know that there is a consulate in the moment. And I gotta say, Ungurs up at a relatively decent time here. But the walls are coming down early. He knows he needs to defend. He does have a back silver mine as well. His cherry orchard is pretty close to the TC as well. Trees, path in the front, big, high HP buildings. I think Ungurs has been relatively comfortable with how he's opened this game so far. 600 wood going to come in there. That is for the first time. And there's going to be a lot of trining around one for a walk into the middle of the map. Sees the war hut. I think he wants to try and get some shrines up here where possible. There's randomly a longhouse out here. I guess that's the H1 Travar just doing its own scouting pass and eventually sees it. A couple shrines down here will be brutal. You can see... Ooh, is that only 5 moose? Oh, that's awkward. It's not really worth a second shrine, but it's definitely worth a second down here. Another third one in between will mop up all the remaining ones. Market comes down, barracks comes down, second barracks comes down. And Ungurs realising that he's going to need to have some units to defend what he has on the map. Otherwise, it is basically free pickings here for Kevin. I think Ungurs is going to try and do maybe double batch, Yumi, send Ashi. Just mixed units. There is always the potential for 4 Kanya Horsemen from Haude to come onto the field of play. There's 5 Tomahawks. Kevin. Has Kevin gone for TC Big Button here? He has gone for TC Big Button for the Tomahawks. Nice way to get that early progression of infantry out onto the field. 7 Aenas? 7 Aenas plus a batch of Aenas. Kevin's still massing. He's just not, and you can see he's not really playing for anything later. Harvest Ceremony is the name of this tech. Sustainable agriculture is second tech for European mills. I mean, he has infantry attack, infantry HP, infantry combat, age 2. From Kevin's point of view, he's basically saying that while he's allowed to take free pickings off the map, he will continue to kind of exploit that. But the problem is that Aenas, they only have their bonus versus heavy infantry, and versus Yumi archers, they are just severely outclassed. And I feel that in like a situation like this, Yumi archers and walls, as we see here, is actually a really potent combination. Sugar Shrine down to 4k HP. How is Ungurs going to respond to this? He does have double Yumi in queue, but he has Ashi's out on the field of play, raiding, which I don't really know what he's trying to raid. I guess he's going to try to raid the vills in the town centre, but he kind of needs them at home. Bestieros are coming out. We also have the double Yumi archers. Is it Ordnance Bestieros? Probably are. Let's see. Toshogu Shrine is down. Unfortunately, that was not walled in or protected. One Order Bestiero is kind of in the wrong side of the wall. He's finding it really hard to path in and out here. Daimyo Mototada will come in as next card. That'll be pretty good. Bit of cheeky naggy production, but we need Minutemen as well, and we're actually kind of giving our Order Bestieros a bit of a combat experience here. And is he going to try and focus on the Tomahawks and let this Daimyo rinse these Yumi archers? Or Yumi archers, the Aenas. I think he's going to try and do that. Has no resource for Minutemen. That's disappointing. Q and Nagi, but it's stationary. You can't move and train. That would be so broken if you could move and train. Why is Ungurs train? Oh god, this is. Does Ungurs not know how Daimyo Mototada works? Alright guys. He tried. Raid into Hero base, but Kevin's all over it, and Daimyo Mototada is having to run away because it was just getting clapped by the Tomahawk and Aenas. Maybe hotkey conflicts. I think that might be a potential shout. He does no. Melee mode's not hotkeys. E for his oh, is that my hotkeys? I think it's my hotkeys. Those. No, Nagi would be E if I had it. I don't know. Does Kevin have? Oh, he won't see, would he? Alt D, Alt G. A Z. I don't play Haude, so I might have not hotkeyed my my war hut as well. I don't actually know. Oh, that's me. Okay, this is my hotkeys. I will never know. I will never know. But that's okay though. We don't need to know. Adds to the level of suspense. So, from Ungurs' point of view, he still has decent shrine economy, 150 shrine pop, double barracks. He hasn't lost a villager. Okay, yes, the big shrine's gone down. It's disappointing, but not really the end of the world, and you see the Yumi archers are just starting to demolish the Aenas. It's not even funny. Behind the walls, the Kanyas feel awkward, and we can still call in double Minutemen if we ever get fully pushed. Siege from Kevin's kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Life continues. I'll tell you what I've noticed. Ungurs has not sent in 5 Shrine Wagons at all this game, and that is a very strong card for Japan, but it's not really strong with Port Consulate play that he's gone for and heavily Kami, so I guess the 5 Shrine Wagons there in case he goes for Torii Gates, which this deck seems very general, no specific strats here. Daimyo Mortar Dada still alive. I kind of want to say he is, but I've lost track where he's gone. Yeah, he's somewhere. Yeah, he's back here chilling. Kevin researching Stagecoach line for the entire map, probably not realising it upgrades Ungurs' side as well. That should be instantaneous. Click on the TP line button here for Ungurs, and the early aggression from Kevin was really strong, forcing a huge response in terms of military, killing the H2 Wonder as well. Kind of feels like it somewhat doesn't matter. I mean, Kevin has backed off and aged, and this is given that time for Ungurs to kind of push back out and feel semi-confident at what's going on, but Ungurs must know now that Kevin's aged up, it's going to be 6 Kanya coming in pretty quickly, or maybe even stronger 5 Renegade French Cuirassiers. Oh, he just has no anti-cav. You got no anti-cav. More ashes are coming in, but you have to get out pretty quick. Frost Prowls out now. That's going to dominate versus the Yumi archers in this situation. They're soon going to be disciplined Kanyes. Ooh. 392 HP, 33 attack. And the Ashes are going to try and pull the Yumis. He needs to build the ball. The wall, get the gate, do something. Get the gate, do something. Get the gate, do something. You can see the Ashes want to path around the mine together and just get them in quickly. Just about to survive. Now I feel so much more comfort seeing Japan at home with the military. The train post is going to get built by somebody, one of the explorers out shrine over here killing Vils. But now behind the wall, the Kanyas can't do anything, and the Frost Power count is low, and this is where Yumi archers are moving out, getting kills where they can. Japan, consulate coming up, consulate rebuilt, looking for the ranged attack, still with Portuguese consulates bonus until it's switched. Ashley's been rebuilt. We do have Yumi attack, Ashley attack. We'd love to see Ungurs get to the 3rd age where if he can, probably Golden Pavilion, but still massing the 2nd age, forcing Musket Riders actually on the siege down, well, to siege the shrines. These are really poor sieges. Ponshao Yumobushi being trained. Agi's being trained here from Daimyo Mototada. I assume it's from the Daimyo. Yeah, there it is. And it's lucky that he didn't lose the Daimyo, because it is now adding so much value to his situation. A moving stables, a inspirational figure for his troops, a strong cavalryman himself. Score's looking good for Kevin, but it could always blow over so quickly. You never know these games. 2 Chariot Archers have to come in here for Ungurs as next card. This mine is nearly out, so we'll have to go on that 4 mine. I don't think Ungurs really wants to touch that unless he has to. I suppose it's much safer than the other mine on the map. Shrine's going to get rebuilt. You see the elite Kanyas are still trying to siege around. Maybe Kevin could go for the 4th and go for the cannons. Yeah, it looks like Kevin's actually could go for the 4th age and try and get in the light cannons, upgrade to field cannons. He would age up with another military building anyway with the Travois. That could be the artillery foundry. Nagi's do close in and get a snare on the infantry. Or the cavalry up the top. He sees this with the shrines. How has Kevin let this snare happen? And Ungurs is just diving in. Like, you know how sometimes you just don't expect things to happen? Yeah, I wasn't expecting Kevin to say, here you go, here's all my entire skirmisher army on the free, and yeah, Daimyo Matatala might be out position, yeah, really low HP, but did fundamental on getting the snare, and Ashes cover the rear flank of the Yumis, and this entire skirm line's gone down. Kevin's still gonna click to the 4th age regardless, so he's like, yeah, I've kind of made my bed, I'm now gonna sit in it and enjoy it. Maybe he's got new quilted pillows, freshly laundered duvet, that kind of stuff. It must be really comfy because this does not look like a comfy position. Score has somewhat flipped. Japan taking score lead.
Okay.
Candy's going to get onto the Yumi archers. I think Ungurs was a little bit too carefree with his army positioning, hoping for the Ashes to siege, and a decent 6 Yumi archers going down there. But the matches, well, the volley fire onto the cav as they retreated was also pretty brutal. Ungurs not looking to age, just gonna, oh, he is looking to age. Just drops all his resources onto the golden pavilion. I wonder though, if he sees that Kevin does age, does he carry on or does he back off, because he's aging too, and if he loses anything to one age 4 shipment, then he's in a real tough position. Maybe castle play, spam the flaming arrows could be better. It might be tempted for way of the bow too. We'll have to find out. Ungurs is halfway up. Kevin must be nearly up as well. Very nearly, yes. And age up with the warrior. That's good. I think that's a light cannon age up. 2 light cannon and travois. That's gonna. You'd have to think that's gonna. Well, probably a war hut now actually with no. I got a war hut in base. Okay, siege watch up. Hence. I was getting a bit worried then actually that Kevin was in the 4th age with no war hut and no way to upgrade or train any more skirms, but he does have. He will Is that 8 musket riders? I mean, it's not a bad card, and he'll soon have 2 cards anyway, so at the end of the day, it doesn't overly matter. H3 club, I'm gonna get 2 Vil kills. Is that 2 Vils? Oh, I'm gonna turn on the forces as well. Oh, just about survives. Out there, it's thanks entirely to the War Chief there, providing that extra HP boost to all the units. So strong, such a strong bonus. Anytime you're getting rushed, targeting down that era War Chief is so important if you can. Like cannons and dragoon, champion musket riders. Now these are beautiful units. Look at their, even the horses are all dressed up for the occasion. Stupid explorer having a bit of a annoyance. You're under attack flag. Maybe it's all part of the strategy. Field cannons being researched, but he's sending in 13 flash prize. Surely 14. Oh, yeah, surely 4 field cannons is what you'd want to send at this point, especially if you're upgrading them as we go. Maybe because they're that cheap, he can just make them behind while sending in the infantry. I think he would just carry on making them. That's why he's gone for the artillery foundry. Infantry mass here from Ungurs has grown as well. This is a decent size of disciplined Jimmy. He's actually going to jump straight to the 4th age, and the Shogunat's been placed in a dreadful position. Ungurs might actually have to fight this to save the Wonder. I mean, it's hard to kill a Wonder. I mean, if you're not building it with any villagers and you're up against an age 4 army laying siege to it, you might be in trouble here. I wouldn't actually put it past. You see, it's down 500. A couple more volleys, this will go down. He just needs a cavalry to attack, though. He needs to really commit to the siege. It's going to be hard, though, once the Yumi's in. I think he will peel off to fighting onto the Yumi archers, especially with the field cannons. Once the archers in range there, that's free pickings, but where are those skirms coming? They're just stopping off to kill some explorers. It's not ideal. Ashi's moving in. He's still trying to siege the Shogunate. He might actually get it, but he's has to fully commit now. He has to commit one way or the other. Commit one way or the other. Doing nothing is he's going to fight the army now. I think he's realised. Yeah, he's going to try and fight, but oh, there's so many Yumi archers and Ashes into basically dragoons. A couple of skirms. This one light cannon on its own is not going to do too much damage. And the Daimyo Masamune comes across the map. Shogun Tokugawa has been sent card number 1. That will pop out of Daimyo Masamune's backside as well. The field cannon goes down. The game continues. The age wasn't denied. And we got to say, Ungurs' play there was risky with a capital R, but has just about got to the next stage. Kevin really just needs to remaster those light cannons. Staying here is with this small army, even if they're champion units, is not ideal. Yeah, Frost Prize go down. Villagers sieging the shrines with their triple multiplier versus buildings, but the Ashy Raid. Oh, this has just got cancer written all over the capital C. How do you deal with 4.5 speed musks running around? Cue nightmares from everybody who played the base game. Ashigara Musketeers were literally the fastest musks in the game. Nothing else competed. Ashes do get picked off in the end, and villagers are safely gathering on some hunts they've now secured. This other shrine will probably go down behind, and Kevin must be sending in those cannons now. Yep. This ceremony is being researched. A batch of 1 field cannon has. But he'll send another 4. So not too bad. Not too bad. He kind of needs to stop making fast priors and like focus on the cannons, the musket riders, while supporting the field cannons. Champion fast priors are kind of good, but he's got no infantry upgrades at all. No conservative tactics, infantry attack, HP, or infantry attack. Siege combat is a possibility. That is combat stats for field cannon, which is pretty nice. I mean, these are quite efficient killers of archer-based infantry. So the Yumi archers, look at them. They look like a bunch of Robocops. On come the iron plating. They mean business. Yeah, Kevin is backing out, but large field cannons, but they just targeted the same units. Only 2 kills there. It's not ideal. Oh, look at the perfect space in Z move, but no units go down because they only do 87 siege times by 2. That's not enough to one-shot kill an on-Yumi. That is actually quite disappointing to see. Yeah, now they get a couple kills, but needs to be all the units need to be fully in now to cover for the field cannons. Are they kind of now out of range? They're quite out of range, but you can see this is quite awkward, and Yumi Archer just going forward again. Shogun Tokugawa as well. Look at that 2.2k HP, 200 attack. Backed up by Damian Masamune, and as soon as they touch a field cannon, it's a one-hit kill for the Shogun, and he's just gonna go in there, march, and do his business. This is like campaign mode, but he's not even attacking. I see what he's trying to do, but like, come on, you're not short on a couple of HP here with this guy. You're not short. I guess this is technically Japan's anti-cavalry army. Is this one unit? Oh my, look at that! Arquebusier and steroids. Yeah, don't even mess with the Shogun. Endless amounts of arrows, he still lives. Cav go down, and the GG gets called. Wow, what a weird game, because started off actually thinking that this is Kevin kind of playing standard, and or maybe not standard, but staying H2, sieging the map, and Ungurs sitting back with full Shrine Boom, actually getting caught out, losing the H2 Wanderer, thinking, oh, this might be a quick game, but wars, man. The Yumi War combination, Yumi War clan, you need to get yourself Ungurs signed up to your team. This was some fantastic play, and it dragged the game longer and longer. The shrines really came into play. Villagers were nice and safe. Never really lost a vill because Japan keeps their villas tucked up, so the economy wasn't really hurt too much. Yes, you lost some shrines, but you can always rebuild shrines. Yumi Archers came out. Kevin aged. Ungurs followed. Ungurs caught Kevin snapping in the middle of the light infantry, and that allowed then us to follow up to the 4th. Risky play though, actually, because Wonder could have got picked off. You can see this weird slow age. As soon as he's still going to the 4th age, he gets the army trapped. 57 down to 14, and Ungurs backing off with his own military, ages up safely. As a result, happy in that trade. Jumps to the 4th. I think he realised at this point that field cannons were coming, so he wanted his own H4 techs. Like Flaming Arrows, and the Shogun didn't see Flaming Arrows this game at all, actually, but the Shogun came out, and the Honoured Yumis were brutal in how they were so strong towards the end, and yeah, you're never going to catch up versus Honor Yumi, one of the strongest units in the game. Makes every skirm unit look weak in comparison. The population, yeah, pretty consistent, good. Kevin starting to lose map, losing the vills. His economy kind of plateaued. And yeah, a matchup we don't often see, with strategies we definitely don't see. What an interesting one. What a joy for us to watch that one. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. See you guys in the next video for some more Agent Plus 3 content. See you then.